Let's make one of the most delicious plates of food in the world, Trini Sunday Lunch, a simpler and quicker version. Many years ago, I shared a quick version of Trinidad Callaloo, an adapted version using cut leaf spinach, pumpkin, and okra from the freezer section of the supermarket. Today, we're going to make it even simpler, quicker in the Instant Pot. So you can look for this in the supermarket. It's calabaza, cut leaf spinach, cut okra. Also have celery and a carrot. Start by removing it from the packaging and rinsing. Make sure it's defrosted. Frozen chopped spinach and okra. You can use fresh if you can find it. I like frozen okra because the fresh one goes bad really quickly in my refrigerator. I'll add the spinach and the okra in. Doesn't matter what order you add it in. Followed by 12 ounces of pumpkin. And my callaloo has a little more pumpkin than the traditional recipe. And okra. 1 carrot, 2 celery stalks, and an onion. And a few thyme sprigs. Onions, nearing the end of their life. We're saving them today. And a handful of garlic. I'm hoping it melts in the process. 1 13.5-ounce can of coconut milk. Use fresh if you have. Fill the can with water and add water to the pot as well. I'm going to add 2 cans. And some wiri pepper because I don't know where my habanero is. And green seasoning. Use about 4 tablespoons. Mine is still frozen. I'm going to defrost it really quickly under hot water. So 4 tablespoons, and if you're using chicken feet, chicken back or crab or anything, just season it with about 2 tablespoons of green seasoning. And we're almost done. And start with about 2 teaspoons of salt. You could always adjust at the end, but if you add too much now, there's nothing you can do. And about a teaspoon of black pepper. And I'll give it a good stir. Add in your chicken if you're using. Mix it well so that it will cook together. The flavors will meld during the cooking process and not after the cooking process. At this point, you could also taste. Make sure the salt is right. Make sure that the salt is well dispersed. Don't skip the step. You can also add a little bit of oil. But remember, coconut milk contains oil. And this is a rich coconut milk. So I really don't have to add any. Put it on the saute feature the minute you start adding the ingredients. So it will take less time to seal. I'll come to temperature and start cooking. And desperate times call for desperate measures. Green seasoning in, about 4 tablespoons. Mix, mix, mix. We'll cover and cook. At this point, double check the recipe to make sure that you've included all the ingredients. We're keeping it vegan today. Secure the lid and set the Instant Pot to soup mode for 30 minutes. Soup, we're going to clear it because it was on saute soup 30 minutes. That's it. And ensure the valve is set to the sealing position. This is sealing, this is venting, so sealing position. And that's it. I'll add salt to the water. We'll start with the macaroni. I have 2 packages of chicken legs. I can stew them whole, but it's going to take up a much larger space in the pot if I keep them whole as opposed to cutting them. So that's what I'll do now. I'll cut them each into 2 pieces. Also, this could have been done the day before, but as of yesterday or this morning, I did not know what I was cooking. So I do know I had to defrost chicken, and here it is, and we're going to stew it. And when cutting chicken, try to make a clean, sharp cut. Do not cut it several times because you will create splinters. You want to cut it in one go. Like that. But I cut this into 3. See, just 1 chop. And it's going to be clean and reducing the amount of splinters in the chicken, and remove any feathers. I'll add the macaroni to the pot, give it a stir. And this video is not sponsored, I just use what I find first. Use bucatini, the traditional pasta used for macaroni, or any of your favorite shape. I will season with green seasoning, salt, black pepper, and I season it simply at this point for a very important reason. Just keep watching and you'll see why. I'll mix and marinate briefly. It's almost noon and I really haven't started cooking yet. Oh, I'm a quarter way, I guess. Now I'll strain. Next I'll mix in butter. because butter makes everything better. Brown sugar in, evenly distributed at the base of the pot. No oil today. Heat is now on low. Allow all the grains to caramelize. Next, I'll add in ketchup. Once it has bubbled, froth, expanded and darkened, a little bit of butter, and then we'll stir. Quickly. Nice color there. Add the seasoned chicken in. Raise the heat to high. Stir. We want a nice, lovely golden color. Smells amazing. As you will see, the color we will achieve today will be rich and vibrant as compared to a chicken seasoned with all the aromatics up front. So there is a method to this madness. Just keep watching and you will see. Lovely color already. Reduce the heat to medium, cover and cook chicken every 5 minutes. You want it to cook in its own liquid. And this is my own personal technique, adapted from my sister-in-law's recipe in Trinidad. Everyone has their own technique. Prep for the stewed chicken. I apologize for the noise. I do have construction going on. I need to finish cooking very quickly before I do the workers. It's been about 10 minutes. I'm going to give it a stir. So I'll grate the cheese. You could use your food processor for this to do it quicker, but I'm not in the mood to wash extra dishes today. And since I only have about 30 minutes to serve lunch, that was a good time to put on your oven. I'm also baking a whole chicken and 2 Cornish hens for my daughter, so I'll do it all at the same time. Also, I want to say that I got the cheese on sale 2 for $4. That's £1, I believe, for $4 in the supermarket. I was very lucky today. This cheese is usually very expensive. And that's it. Extra sharp and mozzarella. Useful fat cheese. I try not to eat too much at this point. Yummy. The color has set nicely. I'm going to add in the aromatics. Raise the heat to high. And cook. Maybe for another 10 to 15 minutes. Cover and cook. Looks amazing. Smells incredible. I could start eating right now. I've assembled some of the ingredients for the macaroni pie: 2 eggs, ketchup, salt, black pepper, 2 teaspoons green seasoning, onion powder or fresh onion, mustard, and granulated garlic. I need to get the evaporated milk. The evaporated milk, and we'll mix. Until combined. Breaking up any chunks. Use fresh seasonings, like garlic and onion if you wish. Mix evaporated and heavy cream if you don't have enough. Use either or. Ideally, do this right after the cheese, right after the macaroni is done boiling, while it's still hot. I'm going to mix in half of the cheese, reserving half for the top. You want that cheese to melt in there. Pour in the liquid, the milk mixture, the flavorful milk mixture. little more milk to make up the 2.5 cups. You can use about 2 cans. I'm gonna mix it. Allow that cheese to melt. Use as much or as little cheese as you like. You can also eliminate the eggs. At this point, taste and add more seasonings or salt if you require. The amount of salt you require will depend on the type or the saltiness of the cheese. Salt to bring in the flavors. Now we will pour the macaroni in. Simply amazing, cheesy and delicious. I have 30 minutes to serve lunch. So I need to put some speed. Filming and cooking at the same time is very challenging. Top with cheese. As much or as little as you like. Leo is here to pick up the pieces from the floor. That's it. Cleanup crew is here on aisle 1. Final stir. It's been cooking for about 40 minutes. Sauce is beginning to thicken and we're almost done. Final stretch. Just about 1 or 2 minutes more. And look at that color on that chicken. Simply amazing. It's not too dark, not too light. Sauce is thickening. Incredibly flavorful. Smells yummy. I'm getting hungry. Very, very hungry. And it's starting to break apart, but it's still whole. See this little piece here? It's calling my name. Yummy. I added a little bit of salt a few minutes ago. And that's it. Perfect. Hopefully I'll get to take a picture, I'm not too sure. Take off the stove. So yummy. Enjoy. Just look at that sauce. Not too thin, not too thick. Glaze-alicious. Incredulicious. Amazing. Home stretch. We're going to boil the plantain. Cut off the ends. Cut it in 2. Have water boiling on the stove, salty water. Make sure it's very ripe plantain, yellow, black bits. Ideally place it in hot water, but we don't have time today. I'm a little concerned because I did not quick release it. Let's see what's happening in here. Bring on the swizzle stick and swizzle. If you have any meat in there, remove the meat and swizzle. If it's too watery at this point, clear and use the saute feature. But this is good. Make sure you remove any pepper before swizzling. Where is my pepper? Did I put a whole yellow pepper? Don't recall. So just swizzle until it becomes homogeneous, smooth, but still chunky. Some people blend it, that's not my thing. And I'm just going to do this for about 5 minutes until it comes together. Absolutely perfect. Taste and add salt, pepper. Glorious. Amazing. Thank you, technology. Thank you, Cooking with Rhea. Adding salt to taste, and a little bit of black pepper too. That's all you need. Swizzle, swizzle, swizzle. Look at that. Simply amazing. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. If you're making it vegan or vegetarian like this, you always have to add a little extra seasoning, a little extra salt to compensate for the lack of flavor. And you can also add a little piece of butter in here. I'm going to do that now. Still very delicious. Look at that texture. Absolutely amazing. Time to eat. Nice and creamy. Nice balance of ingredients. It's not too green, it's not too white, it's not too red or orange from the pumpkin. This is how I love my callaloo. Yummy. Now I'll take it off. Not even keep warm, but take it off because this is a lovely consistency and thickness as well. You don't want you don't want it too runny, any more runny or too thick at this point. This is just right. And I really don't want to ever hear you telling me that something does not have enough seasonings, because you are in control of your seasoning. If I say 2 scallions, you feel free to add as much scallion or seasoning to your liking, and salt. Don't forget to finish up with the right amount of salt at the end. Add a little sprinkle to bring out those flavors. I'm also baking chicken for my daughter and myself for the week, and for my husband for his lunch. I'm gonna put this in the oven, and the rice is cooking in the rice cooker. And when we were younger in Trinidad, our mom always made freshly squeezed orange juice on a Sunday. So here it is. It's done boiling. When the skin splits, now I'll strain it. Just peel, you can cut it, and serve. Hot. Ouch. Ouch. I cooked it at 375 because I was rushing and I needed to get it done. Stewed chicken on the side, sauce on the top.